Okay, well that's the wrong way. Let's have the other way. Oh, there's some problems in regards of the system cannot try again. Well, skip it then. Just trying to sort out my computer. I was infected with QQKK virus, and so much of my data, if that works, on this old mobile. So many things doesn't work on this mobile anymore. Now you would expect, well, okay, we'll see here. I want to see if there's some sound. You would expect, well, okay, we'll see here. Okay, I think we're running again. This sounds pretty good. So anyway, so Bloody Margrethe in Denmark signed the paper that has nearly, murdered, registered 1 million children in the mother's womb. Of course, we also have the murderous pills, which also can be taken and murder children, in the weakest in the mother's, the mother goes out and haul to the left and the right, and then of course you want to be a murderer as well. It's not enough to be a whore, she also wants to be a murderer. Yeah, and murder her own child, which is not her body. It's a unique code, different code than herself. Anyway, so like all these bullshit arguments in regard, well, it can't really, and blah 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 blah. Well, everybody needs someone to live, okay? We need somebody, to, we all need someone, we all have, need of help from other people. So the argument, well, it can't survive by itself, how many women can survive by themselves? Well, anyway, so I think we've seen that in some of these programs where they put women and the man team out on an island and see what the women just it's havoc, it's absolutely havoc, in regards to these women, they need men, and that's just the end of it, pretty much. Anyway, so this murderous, poopish woman died today. And I guess she didn't repent on the signing of the document that has murdered a lot of Englishmen, like this woman in Denmark has murdered a lot of, made it legal, legal to murder your own children. Yeah. Doesn't make it okay just because, but they signed the papers, in 1973. Now, of course, all the pills thing as well, that's unregistered murders. So you have a lot of murders going on. And of course, we have all this other promotion in our days of this disgusting filth which is going on worldwide, which is also murder, mass murder of people. But we don't speak up, and all we have, all those that speak up are censored and ridiculed and put away, and their channels are locked down, or they use tricks like, I can speak but no one hears me, like in a vacuum and all that. Or I'm in Facebook jail for 400 days or something like that. You gotta be kidding me. I can't use Facebook anymore, it's just impossible. I get locked, it's interesting they haven't deleted my account yet, but maybe it's because I haven't made a second profile. Maybe the problem, in regards to those people that gets deleted in regards of profiles, maybe it's because they have made other profiles and then, I don't know. But whatever the case, I haven't made a secondary profile for Facebook to try to, stir around their, censorship. So maybe that's why they have left me be on Facebook, whatever. But anyway, I can't do much on Facebook anyway when they close me down for whatever nonsense, hate speech and, whatever, untruth and blah, 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 they just, whatever bullshit they, Oh, what do we have? An unexpected error. Can I find the specific path? Well, then skip it, I don't care. Just skip, just delete it, Oh, maybe that's, yeah, so it's taken me like over a week or something like that to get this system up and running again, and I still haven't do this for all current items. Don't waste my time all the time. But yeah, it has been a long, tedious fixing of the computer since I was hit with this QQKK encryption nonsense, ransomware, rootkits, trojans, keyloggers, and whatnot. And I think I have removed pretty much most of it. Hopefully, I still need to run some antivirus checking and all that to see if everything is clean and so forward. But yeah, it's moving forward. It's disgusting what people will do. You have the police, knocking down your door to put one of these, these radiating spy meters up in your apartment, right? And then they send you then they send you a bill for 8,000 kroners because they broke down your door, and then they put up a very, just a they put up a, what do you call it? Because they wanted to be civilized apparently, so they, after knocking down the real door, they just put up a really bad door, and of course they sent the bill to the customer, so-called customer, whatever you want to call it. This, business, right? Business knocking down the people's door because they don't want a spy meter in their home. They don't want radiation in their apartment, But who cares about that, Well, not the government, that's for sure, and not these disgusting, filthy, Nazi, fascist, Catholics, companies, it's taken over by Roman, Romanism all over. They have infiltrated everything, but no one knows the history of that anymore because we're not allowed to talk about that, and hate speech and whatnot, whatever bullshit. The Bible is true. The last beast is Roman. It will continue to be Roman until Jesus Christ, or Yeshua HaMashiach, returns to cast the beast into the lake of fire. That would be the Antichrist, which is the papacy. And the disgusting, filthy Roman poopacy. It stinks all over the world. Anyway, so this so-called queen, although, we had some good anti-Catholic laws in the past, and, so-called, the Danish so-called queen would already have been out the door with her whole family, with all the whoring that she and her family is doing in regards to Rome and the so-called papacy, the stinking poopacy, that unholy faker, unholy poop, oh well, his outmost smelliness and so forward, the triune tyrant, that all the Protestants knew to be the Antichrist, and not only the Antichrist, that very Antichrist with the number 666. But no one want to talk about that today because, we're not allowed to talk about that. Because the Romanist and the Satanist are everywhere. So anyway, so she died apparently over in England, that wrote her, signing this document. I think it was 5 million. 5 million registered murders on Englishmen. Do you Englishmen like that? Like the Danish, do we like that they murder our children, that we are allowed, that we are so depraved and so disgusting and so filthy that we allow murder on the most innocent? Is that what is, we can't even when they're murdering us on so many other levels and all that. But if we can't even stand up for the weakest in society, what is really, it's, can we say we don't deserve all the depravity that is coming upon us when we don't care about the most innocent in society? That they are murdering the old, the youngest, and even people in their prime. Oh yeah, they're falling to the left and the right, taking all these experimental, snake oil poison, Yeah. Just injecting themselves with this nonsense. And there's more to come, much more, because there's many millions and billions to get from, you know, eh, while murdering people. Oh, it's a win-win situation for the Satanist. One of the things that is a problem with people is that they can't imagine that there's people out there that can do the most evil. They don't have any. There's nothing holding them back. They love doing evil. There's nothing that makes them, not do it. So that's the world we live in. And the next couple of years, or the next many years, oh my, it's going to be, well, we can say interesting in a very depraved way of things. In regards of the English so-called queen, there's just someone else, another Roman papist that will fill her shoes. We had laws against Roman papists being in government positions. Like Norway, for example, which is pretty much just part of Denmark, and we should really gather up again with the Norwegian people. They got a lot of good things from Denmark, and they kept it longer than Denmark. The Jesuits, when the Jesuits are the special soldiers of the devil. These are monk society that specializes in taking back what the Roman triune tyrant lost, and they educate and make these education centers. If you want to know who these people are working for, just look where they're educated. Fauci is educated like at least on 2 places in regards of Jesuitical, schooling systems. You just need to look at where were they educated. Do they have any links to Roman? Yeah. Anyway, so this is like learning against learning. Now they already started this like 500 years ago, where the Reformation, the protest began. Now the Reformation really went into a protest. They wanted to reform the Roman Catholic maniac institution, but they found out that couldn't be. So really it became a protest, protesting against the Antichrist. And that's the so-called Pope. The Pope, the great unholy figure of the religion of mystery Babylon, sun worship and all this disgusting filth in regards of the heavenly queen, that they call Mary. She has many other names in history, Inanna or Easter, and so forward it goes. You can find a whole list of different names of this pagan queen of the heavens. Disgusting filth. Nothing to do with Mary, okay? And then you have the Fagus. It's actually the pagan trinity, the triad, pagan triad. And you can look into Shinar, which is the scholars call it Sumer. Not biblical, it's Shinar. That's where all the nations, where the tongues was mixed up and all that, and they departed into different, nations or tribes, But in any case, you can look back and you can see all these images for this pagan triad, trinity in regards of a father, the moon, the mother, Venus, and the son in regards of the cookie Jesus, So you have the unholy figure, the father, in union with the mother, the pagan queen of the heavens, which they call Mary, producing what? Oh, producing the cookie Jesus. Oh yeah, the son Jesus. The S-U-N Jesus and all that. Oh, it's so pagan, satanic filth all over. Why don't people want truth? I don't get it, You're running after all the lies. Look at the traditions that we're keeping, right? We're keeping it according to a what? A Roman sun calendar in regards to the Julian Gregorian calendar, right? Poopish calendar, right? And what are we keeping? Easter, right? Oh, Halloween. Oh, and Christ Mass. What is Christ Mass? Well, in regards of sun worship, in regards to the birth of the SUN, the solar deity, Sol Invictus, under many, many different names. Again, in regards to this pagan trinity nonsense. Oh, mystery Babylon, maybe not so great a mystery. Anyway, anymore at least. But look at, this guy that sets himself up as the topmost person in the whole world of Christianity, and not only of Christianity, of all the pagan religions as well, in regards to this ecumenical broad way to destruction and all that. What does he have in his front yard? Well, he has I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on, YouTube, they might censor me and all that, but he has a gigantic Egyptian idol erect penis in his front yard. Do you think any Christian would have something so disgusting in the front yard? The first thing I would do as a Christian was go out and knock that thing down, But the Roman Catholics will say, well, it has been Christianized, you see. Yeah, it's just we put a cross on top of it and all that. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, So anyway, so we have this queen in England, which, she is... she's dead, right? So, but someone else is just going to take her place, It's the same whoring that we see with all these kings of the world, and she might be the queen, but, it's the same thing with the Danish queen. She takes the seat of the man, so everything's turned upside down again, right, And all these things in regards to the line and all that is just totally mess, and unbiblical. But in any case, they are whoring with Rome. They are whoring with the Antichrist. And in the past, English, oh, by the way, I forgot the Norwegian thing, right? In Norway, until 1956, that's pretty much not long ago, in the Constitution of Norway, which pretty much is just Danish people, just read the Norwegian language. It's just the same as Danish. We have a past together, We might be divided at the moment, but we pretty much have a pretty nice past together. And anyway, but in any case, we might be not so easy to understand each other when we speak, right? But in regards of writing, it's just pretty much the same. You can read Norwegian books and it's Danish, Oh, whatever you want to call it. So... you can call it Dano or something like that, whatever, But anyway, until 1956, in the Constitution of Norway, the Jesuits were not allowed to be on Norwegian soil. And they had that from Denmark. So, and this is just one part of anti-Catholic laws. There's many anti-Catholic laws, in Scandinavia, in England, in the colonies, in America and all that. Anti-Catholic sanity laws. Because they knew what this system could do. And we dropped the ball. Whatever it's called, We dropped it. We have lost it totally. Now everything is turning into this ecumenical bullshit and who cares? No one's going to listen to it anyway, right? I can make one video after another and no one listens. It's just I'm speaking into an emptiness, right? If people want the truth, they would, share the truth, but the honest truth is that they don't want truth. They want the lies. You can look at some of these wonderful Christians that has done so much research, and you see, that there's only a, and then you think, wow, how can that be? How can so few how can so few see this, They're not interested, but other things can get millions and millions of views, But the truth? Oh no, we don't like the truth. So I can sit here and speak into nothingness. No one will pretty much, they don't want to listen. Yeah. They want, you can try to tell people, but they just want to flee away. And okay, let's see here. I'll just have some files. So the file desktop is a system file. Yeah, do this all just permanently. Did I say permanently delete everything? Yeah, I think I did. Why do you need to ask me? This is the bullshit of. Oh my. This is the bullshit of all these. Why you just. And you're just, give me a break. No longer, blah, blah, blah. Well, then skip it. Skip everything you can't find. Is there... Oh, there's 2 deletion things here going on, apparently. Maybe, well, let's just cancel that. Where's the... Okay. Anyway, it's hard to figure, it's hard to, a lot of things are going on. I have copied there's some problems in regards of trying to copy from one place to another. There seem to be issues. So yeah, okay, I'm just figuring out. Okay, is that okay? So I should have, I'm trying to gather the files of the QQKK. It nearly sounds like the KKK, right, or something like that. But yeah, the QQKK. So the QQKK, it's the most depraved thing I've ever tried on the computer. It's very evil. It's like everything is just gathered into this single thing, and I can't remember what it was. It was something that made itself out to be something it was not. And then activation and all, and it's just interesting, right? Because usually you need to say this and that and all that, and the system asks you all the time and all that. I don't recall, asking of much, So I don't know, maybe it had one or something like that too. But they really did it good, They really did me in for sure, and stopped my work. And now I've been at it for a week or so, or something like that, and I'm still working on it. And it takes a lot of time. I was nearly done, I was testing something in regards of SD cards and all that, and I was nearly done. But yeah, I still have a good amount of data on the mobile, so I didn't lose everything. So I've been looking over different files and deleting some of the things that I made a boot thing, which I'm not sure actually where it is. I think this might be the. I'm not. No, I put. Oh yeah, I made a CD that you had problems with these. I made bootable things with these. It should just be as easy as copying files from one place to another. But computing is never meant to be easy. They purposely do it like that. It should just be as easy as copy paste over to the specific place, and then everything should work. But that's not how it is. It's very sad. They made it. They just pour in more bullshit, security nonsense, and all that disgusting filth. So we, the users, have a harder way of actually using the products like we want, or making it easy to install another system. Oh, it's instead of needing to use hours and hours. Even if you are a computer geek, right? Even if you're a computer geek and have grown up with the computers, you will need to sit and use hours and hours to try to figure out, because it's like you need to pretty much nearly hack the device, The Android phones is, you need to hack the device to make it do what you want. All this nonsense, and they just, it's just so sickening. But hey, people don't care, I found out that people just don't care at all. They're just living in a world where people don't care. They don't care. They don't care at all. They don't care that the world is killing people and murdering them and all that. They don't care about the truth. They just want to run along with the devil. It's disgusting. Anyway. So let's see here. I think I had all the files here. I checked that, right? This is another depravity in Windows 7, right? You right click and you think, and it's different. It's different. You just get it, they make things different, and they make the file manager to close down if you take the CD or the USB out of the computer. You gotta be kidding me. It's all just bullshit and more bullshit, and this nanny thing on Windows 7 that asks you all the time if you want to do this and that and all that and blah 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 blah, I'm sick and tired of it, I'm so sick and tired. Windows 2000, you had administrator rights out of the box. That's how it should be, Well, you could do something that is blah blah, I don't care, Just give me the possibility to do it instead of needing to just out of the package make everything, able to do. I don't want to write any passwords or anything like that. I just want direct access to my computer to do what I want. Don't give me the bullshit, just give me the computer, right? But that's not what the companies want. They want to take control and yeah, it's just this computer guy from past, and he understands the problem, and it's only getting worse, and he's out there speaking, and he might have some other things that I absolutely disagree with, but in the area of the computer thing, I think he's absolutely spot on. It's depravity. What is the guy? I can't remember what the guy's called, but yeah, he has some other views that are absolutely disgusting, but anyway. Here we have some of the files that I lost. American Freedom to Fascism. That was made by this guy. But yeah, the files are ruined. I don't think, I haven't, well, I had a zip file that actually went, 7 zip file. I could actually extract it, although it made some issues with, it was saying things in regards of, those 4 problems at least. But I should try to see if I could maybe recover, I don't know, some of the work I did, or maybe I should just start, from the beginning again. It will take hours and hours to sort it all out, and it's a tedious work, and I'll have to do it all over again, it seems, Thanks so much for the hackers for doing this, It's very sad to see what people will do against other people, that they will ruin all their data, It's just disgusting. Yeah, it's hard to believe, and again, that's the problem, right? It's hard to believe that people would actually do these things, but they won't. They would. Many people don't have a problem doing evil. So all the things, all the clicks and all this and all that, right? I'll have to do that over again. We have all these videos that I made from my DVD, so I didn't need to take my DVD, and I could just see the videos directly, right? So much has just been messed up. We have some USB thing. Oh, I actually might have my old USB data on a backup. I did make a backup of my micro SD thing and all that. I might have a portable thing that I can just take and just use for. But it might be better just to start, from the beginning and make a new one. Here we have some Carl Kohlhaas, New Psalms, all of them QQKK, my whole Bible, King James Version Bible, that I used hours and hours to fix in regards of Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, and these are FLAC files. I do have it in MP3 on my mobile, so it's not a big problem. But it is a lot of work, it's that's just pretty much gone down the drain, and let's see how many gigabyte it actually fills. Let's see, 3 gigabytes. Let's see if it's still 18.9, 20.1 gigabyte, 1260 files. in regards to the whole Bible in FLAC format, but can't really use it, you know. Um, Although I still have the MP3s up, you know, so it's not a big deal overall. I also do have all the CDs and DVD. No, I think it's CDs. But you know, it's kind of cheaty. You know, I made all the things. You know, you fix the everyone and Leviticus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so forward. You know, it's a lot of work I put into fixing these, and it's just at the moment these files are probably not worth anything. You know, it's just space. I wonder what is going on with this Judge 9921 flag, 9922 flag. I'm not sure what is going on with that, but apparently there's two files. Oh, maybe it's because it goes from one CD to another and then it stops. I guess that might be the case. So yeah, lots of mobile files that has been hit. Everything has pretty much been hit. I'm not sure how many files I, you know, in regards to the QQKK. But it's not so much in regards of losing the files. It's more like in regards of the time consumption that this has taken me. You know, trying to get my system up again, because it's not only the QQKK encryptor. You also get, you know, so much, you know, it's just a huge package of viruses of the most devious kinds, and it takes a lot of time to, you know, go through all the files and, you know, fix it. And you know, my Windows systems are trashed by the viruses. I had two systems. I had a new one which I installed for this, you know, all over for the computer, and I had an old one that I just had as a secondary thing and all that, and both versions has pretty much been ruined. Let's see how many files it has found. 15,301, and it goes after the files that it, you know, thinks is important. So you can sit and I've deleted a good amount already. I've deleted a lot of the portable applications. It went for the exe files and all that. And here we have many of my portable applications that it you know, messed up with, ruining the exe file, going after JPK, and yeah, well, ruining a lot of things for sure. A lot of my videos is ruined as well, and of course there might be a fix in the future for fixing it. But yeah, I don't know. It's sad. It's really sad. But that's what people want to do, right? They don't, you know, they just destroy instead of making some positive things. They use the energy on negative things, on evil, and you know, it's sad. So I don't know how much more I've you know, I guess I'll just end up starting over. We have a lot of the flag files. It's interesting. It seems to have taken all my flag files in regards of my Bible thing. Let's see if I can find this MK mobile. Where's the download? Facebook. Oh no, where is it? Let's go backward, forward. Where was it? There we go. Let's see here how I think pretty much every single file is probably messed up here. So we probably have 1,260 flag files have been hit by this virus. Oh my, we have some air in the, well, better out than in, you know. But yeah, that was bad. Bad. Not the farting. That was pretty good, Oh yeah, that's just incredible. I don't know in regards to these files where I don't know if it's something in regards to the Windows that is just making some, but it should have said .pdf with these files, but it doesn't really seem to. Well, it's sad. My backup ACR calls, I guess, is infected as well. So everything, yeah, a lot of things are infected. But the idea was just to fix all the AP or QQKK files over to this one single drive and start from anew. Can't really do much besides that. And then, hope for a solution in the future. Also, the Facebook backups. Need to get a new Facebook backup, and then just take the hard drive out and put it in right QQKK. I'll keep the files for if I need something, I can at least re-download or re-get it. Hopefully, I have some Genesis reading that must be from me. Child books of Martius, every single file is locked. Well, I guess people don't want truth anyway, right? So yeah, that's a lot of files here that is just lost for now, at least. We have was a video thing somewhere. Video. So, but anyway, when I get control over this again, I will then need to fix the data on the mobile as well. Instead of 4 kilobyte of boxes, I need to make it 64 kilobyte of boxes and see if that makes it better. It should make it a little faster. I don't mind it not being so fast, but a little more speed might not be so bad. And I'm not using the whole card anyway. And of course I will lose around 22 gigabytes, but that's still okay, At least it's lot less than 200 gigabyte, which I lost with 512 kilobyte boxes. So I have QQKK, all the. Here we have some emu I was testing out to figure out about that. That's also just QQKK. Well, everything is QQKK. I was testing out a lot of different applications, trying to find all the Windows 32. Now, of course, the links are still on my website for a lot of these. And I can also begin to re-download and make the folders again and start over. But again, the first thing I need to do is fix this hard drive and get the data from it and install Windows 7 embedded. And I can try that embedded version as well. Of course, I need to install the drivers as well and figure out if I can find those for the computer. The whole idea was not really to use more time on this because I'm getting a slim client, which will be my future, hopefully computer or maybe a Pine phone or something like that, because I'm not going to be on the net, what is it called? I can't remember. So I have this one that is nearly empty and nearly have deleted everything from the. I have some crunch bang files on it as well. There's 2 drives on it. The problem is that it's only 64 gigabyte, which was enough in the past, but it's kind of, you can run a system from it, but you can run a system from it. It's like I put 20 gigabyte for that, and then you can have portable applications, and I made it so it works on Windows. Windows doesn't make any error, it just sees one system and it doesn't take the other one, and you need to do some, I needed to try out and do some special things to get things working. But of course Crunchbang is not working either on the device anymore. I made something that made it break at some point, which wasn't so good. I can't remember what I did, but it's broken. And I have another system, from Windows 7.0. There's also a Linux system that is not working anymore. So really I would need, if I could get all those Linux files over to this laptop, which I have here, which runs Linux, and it's a mess of a computer, but it's like a secondary computer and it still works, but yeah. It's a terrible computer. There's clearly something wrong with it. Even when running Linux, which is a very, there must, the hardware, there must be something wrong with the hardware. Not sure where the issue is, but there must be a hardware issue clearly, because it's doing weird things, and it's not, as far as I can see, the system itself that is doing it. It's not the software, it's the hardware that seems to be doing wacky things that makes the software do wacky thing, and it's just a mess. So yeah, but it's, I guess it's usable. Just annoying that you can't even get a computer that doesn't, that just do what you want, right? Anyway, we have halfway in regards of getting these things over to, and I'm running with the Windows 7 old version at the moment, and I'm just trying to copy all the files from one place to another. I think we have so I think we have this thing fixed, and I think we have this thing fixed as well. I see properties. Let's see the properties of this and see if we got all the files over to this place. I already had so many other things to do, right? But no. Some bullshit hacking thing, had to inflict. Okay, that's properties. It's a very, the hard drive itself, this old hard drive of 2 gigabytes is incredible slow. It's incredible slow. It's more like a backup hard drive than, it just takes forever to move files from it to one place to another. I don't know if I can make it quicker, if there's any way of maybe looking into if there's any problem with it in regards to speed, or if there's something turned off that should be turned on, but it's just incredible slow. I just, you right click and you look into the files and it just, it's, even, of course it's copying, right, but, when I did it on the other thing here, it just took near to nothing, right? We have real temp, which also is QQKK infected. So the idea, of course, is to look into a lot of these applications again and download them, re-download them, and fix a new project again. My new project here, in regards to new project, install 32. I nearly had all the files downloaded. It just was a question about, figuring things out and all. I had them unpacked here, and yeah, some of the things I'm not entirely sure in regards of, but I'm still trying to sort things out. But every single, I don't know how many of the applications it actually has broken in regards of. Some of these folders are empty because I didn't get to. I see Poopish. Did it get affected? Yeah, so the easiest thing is just to start over, use it as a model, and fix the fix the folders again and remake things, and fix things. Yeah, from the beginning again. Now I have the new portable 32 zip files, 7 zip files, and yeah, it's apparently also went for those. Yeah, it's just sad. Also, a lot of the books I had has been affected, so some of them I have on the mobile, some I don't, and I will have to go further through those books. Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, I probably should move those. Let's see, yeah. Now, if things went a little quicker, that would be nice, right? But it doesn't. Here we have the books. Okay, so let's copy those, cut, and move them. No, that's not. It should be a book here. Okay, there we go. Cut, and move it into this one. Paste. Let's see. I want to move it, and let's see. Cancel on this one, and just move those files. There's some problems in regards of not, too long. Yeah, it's just typical bullshit things of computing, which is ridiculous. Issues here and issues there. It's saying it's copying 35,222 files, right? But there's much more, so I'll need to check the copying of the files in regards of if it matches up. The whole idea is just to get this 200 and I think it's 200 and I don't know 200 something gigabyte of a drive and emptied and formatted and moved all the files over to this 2 terabyte hard drive that is very, very, very slow, and install Windows again. A new version. I made some DVDs in regards to Windows 7. I also tried this Windows XP embedded thing. I just got a blue screen. I tried to make USBs, but incredible how much issues you need to have. It couldn't figure out and find the drives with, I made 2 of these, but it couldn't find the drivers for the, one issue after another. Okay, move and replace, do this for all conflicts, yeah. So I just made the DVD thing, and that seemed to work, at least for one of them. The XP embedded version wouldn't work. Apparently it gave me the blue screen. So Windows 7, for this computer, I don't think there's any drivers for the graphic card in Windows XP or embedded, even if it's the embedded version, but would have been interesting to try out, right? But yeah, this computer is pretty much just Windows 7, right? It's tedious that they don't, that they have making all these problems for you to install, older older software. Yeah, didn't I say do it for, this is the bullshit, right? I told you to copy files from this and that, right? And then the nanny bullshitter comes up. Are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure? Yeah, didn't I tell you to do it? I don't want these things. Just do it, It's incredible. How hard can it be, don't waste my time with this nonsense, right? But no. Oh, I'll just get some coffee. Yeah. Apparently it has been raining. I guess that's pretty good. It's not bad. Little rain, windy, a lot of wind. I think the wind has stopped now, but it's now, it was raining at least. so tired of it all. I need to be checked for glass as well. There's so many things to do, right? And I'm just and nothing. It just comes more and more and more and more. So I really hope I get to a point where I can begin to stop. If I can get, I need to cut my electricity, right? And I have fixed a lot of things and prepared myself in better ways at least. I still need a fishing rod. Um, and yeah, I'll get some exercise going as well. Would be a good thing. But anyway, here we have copying files, what, and oh yeah, so now we have that fixed. So I need to check this. Oh my! I might actually be able to if I empty this drive of this memory card. I might actually be able to just begin to do what I want to do with the mobile card that I have, so I can begin to sort that out, so it can become a little faster. I don't want it to be like, but 64 kilobyte boxes are, I should make it quicker. So you get a little more speed, and you get although you get a little more space used, but at least it's not, overwhelming. But the thing is, I'm not using 1 terabyte of storage anyway. But and 22 gigabytes, I guess, is not that bad. But it's still storage that is just wasted. But that should give me a little more speed, and I guess they talk about that it should make the the card work longer. Okay, let's see properties. So now we run properties on this. Wow, it's slow. I think it's just the hard drive that is it's an old hard drive, very, very slow. Again, if you transfer with 2 megabyte a second or something like that, it just takes a long time. So, of course, I can delete some of the things, and if I ever need it. A lot of the flag files, really. I guess the flag KJV Bible, I really don't need it. I have it in MP3, and I don't need it in flag. The quality of the MP3 files are fine. I really don't need it in flag format. But I did put a lot of work into it too. And of course, the problem in regards to the players of playing flag and all that on the internet is still pretty much problematic. Yeah. In regards to the support for the flag format is not there either. So, but here we have something in regards of the crunch bang. And we have the crunch bang agility, so I probably already have a copy from that hard drive. So I wonder if I could pretty much just delete that drive with crunch bang. I don't want crunch bang anyway on this thing. I'm just going to run crunch bang on the laptop. That's just going to be the system for the laptop, and then Windows 7 for the old computer here. That uses a lot of power, so it will not be a computer that I can use much when I cut myself off. It's really a computer I really should not use at all. So it just pretty much should be like a minute, but the other system should be able to run Windows 7. And I could get a reserve of these old Windows 7 computers that I could probably just, or flip a storage or something like that. So I could do what I need. So I really don't need this other gigantic monster, that's sucking so much power. Of course, the CPU is faster and all that, right? But and the graphic card can run, I guess, games that I really haven't tried much games on this computer. I did have some games that I could actually try out that, like on the old laptop, couldn't run. I had a biblical game that could be interesting to try out, um, which was a combat game of biblical. I could be interesting to see. It should be able to run it, but in regards of getting Steam to work and all that, different accounts, and I'm not sure in regards of last time I tried, I couldn't get access even with my password and all that. So, but that could be that could be an interesting thing just to try out, and from a biblical manner, you have biblical scripture and all that, but of course you also have to be careful that you don't pick up anything that is unbiblical from the game, right? And get some mistake into your pure teaching, but then it's based on the Bible, so maybe it will make the stories sit easier in some sense. I don't know. I bought the game many years ago, but I couldn't run it. Well, I could run it, but it was really tedious. It was not a fluent experience. I bought it to support them at that time as well. So that would have, that could be a thing that I could try out. But that will need to be before, that will be needing to do it until the, in regards of cutting my electricity. Yeah, it's still copying, and this will take probably not going to be finished after this night. Well, what do you call it? Or maybe after maybe after sleep and all that, it will, takes a long time. I also have the Windows 708, but I'm using it, so it's not possible. I don't think it's possible to copy all the files from the used system, if I recall correctly. So, but yeah, like CP++ agility, like some files in regards of setup. That would be nice to get over to, the Crunchbang thing, and I could work further on setting things up again on the Crunchbang if I wanted to get back to see if I could set up some of the things to the good old days, although I don't recall in regards to the settings for these different so I would need to look into and sort out all the files. That would take me hours, of course, maybe days, weeks, months. Everything takes time. But yeah, that's a huge mess as well. But I know that some of my data in regards of programming the system to what I wanted and so forth are in those files. So I will just need to dive into these things and sort them out one by one, I guess, if I wanted to get back to a system that, oh well, I will, it was to a point, I remember, it was to a point where I was thinking, okay, this might actually be pretty good, having, everything under your fingers pretty much to control things. Oh yeah, we have the C++ agility, that should be from the agility hard drive, so I don't know if I emptied the hard drive, but if it's empty I can, oh well, maybe I can actually see the disk partition, I think it's called partition, yeah, well maybe it is. Great, let's try this one, see if it works still, might not work. Let's see what we can get. Uh-oh, we're powering off. Guess I need to have a new battery.